If you thought the iPad Pro was big, nah, this is the Samsung Galaxy View, an 18.4-inch Android tablet that gives you an absolutely huge display that you can take around with you. This is part tablet and part TV. So what makes it a tablet? Well, it's running Android 5.1 Lollipop, so it means that you have the Google Play Store and you can do pretty much everything that you might be used to. Underneath, it has the Exynos 7580 1.6 GHz chipset with 2 GB of RAM and up to 64 GB of internal storage. So it's definitely not a powerhouse, but it does get the job done. For the most part, it runs everything really well. Again, it's Android, so it runs different games and productivity apps, and while navigating around, everything is mostly smooth, and when running those apps, it runs pretty well. You do get the occasional hiccup, but that's about it. You also have the normal buttons for locking and volume and a 2.1 megapixel camera up front. It's not top of the line, but it's fine for most things. If 64 GB of storage isn't enough, you also have a micro SD card slot, and yeah, that's a SIM card next to it. If you want to take it out and about with you and you're not on Wi-Fi, you can get this through AT&T and have data everywhere, which is what I have here. And by the way, thanks to AT&T for sending this out. So that is the tablet part, but really what's the focus here is the TV part. So how is it as a TV? So check this out. This is a TV from around the 90s that we had and we considered it portable. Now, if you're back in time and you're thinking about what the future of TVs hold, especially portable TVs, there's a few things that you could take from this that you would want to improve. So the first thing would probably be a bigger screen. This thing is pretty tiny. And then you'd want something that's a little bit more portable than this, and probably something that you wouldn't have to plug in. And if you think about it, that's a lot like what this sounds like. Up front, you have that 18.4-inch huge screen. I'd love to say that it looks awesome, but it really doesn't. It's a 1080p panel, and at that size, you really can tell. Besides the actual resolution, though, the bigger issue I have with it is the viewing angles and the contrast. If you're watching something with a lot of blacks, it really takes away from the experience because you can see the backlight behind it, and if you have a different angle, there's really a huge effect on the picture. Don't let that fool you, though. Even though the screen isn't great, I found myself really loving this for watching Netflix or YouTube, and that's for a few reasons. The first is the speakers. There's 2 speakers on the back and they are very loud. They could use a bit better dynamic range, but you can put this somewhere across the room and you can still hear it just fine, and I really do like them. The second reason is just how easy it is to take around with you. Now, it is huge, but there is a built-in stand and a handle, and if you want to move it around, you can just pick it up. The handle and stand isn't perfect though. There's only 2 positions that you can choose from, either standing up or laying down, and it doesn't actually fold flat. So you're not going to be able to put it into a bag or anything, you're just going to be stuck with using the handle. But after a few days with it, I actually didn't really mind it too much, and just carrying it around with the handle worked perfectly fine. But if you're taking this out and about with you, people are definitely going to notice when you're carrying this huge tablet around. It just would have been nice to be able to fold it flat. Now the last thing is the battery life. There's a built-in 5700 mAh battery, and for the size of this thing, it really doesn't sound too impressive. But it really surprised me, and it lasts quite a while. The lower specs of the View definitely allow this to last longer, and I found that I could watch for at least 5 hours with full brightness and still be okay. So the battery life is a win. Now the real question is, who's actually going to buy this, especially for the $600 starting price? Well, I really don't know who would buy this, but I do know that there's plenty of situations where this really could come in handy. If you have an RV or you're on the road a lot, this could be a great TV replacement. Or if you work in the kitchen, this could be a great way to have recipes or videos while working. And if you're in college, this really is a great TV experience, but doesn't take up too much room. Really, if you want something big but not normal TV big, this is a compelling device, and I honestly didn't expect to like it as much as I do. The sad thing is though that what I don't like about it, like the low resolution screen and parts of the build, if this isn't a hit, I can't see Samsung continuing the line and making it much better, which I really would like to see. So that is the Samsung Galaxy View. It's definitely not a perfect device, but I really do like it. Now, if you want to pick up one of these for yourself or just learn more about it, check out the links down in the description. And if you have any questions or comments, leave those down below as well, and I'll get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit subscribe so you can see when it's out. And also follow me on all social media. Links will be down below, and you can see what's going on with the channel. I really want to thank you all so much for watching. My name is Matt, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.